Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. This is the typical lunar cycle tarot forecast. We're looking at the Aries new moon, Aries lunar cycle. So we're talking about beginning of April through the beginning of May. And this video is for Leos, Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, R.I.P. Nipsey. Before I get started, if you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. I do have that linked down below in the description box. And remember, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody, but I do hope that these cards touch somebody in some kind of way. All right, we're going to be looking at our typical 4 cards, looking at the energy coming in for you guys, also looking at any crossing energies or obstacles that you may be facing. Because we're talking about Aries here, we're going to be looking at where you need to get it popping, where do you need to be putting your energy and making moves during this next month. And then lastly, as always, I have a soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? All right, let's get started. The first card that you guys have coming up in your spread is in the position of the energy. What energy are you tapping into, or what energy is coming in for you during this next month? And I like to see this card here. You've got the power card. This resonates very heavily with your own energy. And I feel like that's because we are under a fire lunar cycle. So Leo, one of the messages there that I feel is the most important is that you are kind of shifting into something new, something different. And it's different from anything that you've known before. Some of you might be getting like a promotion or something. Some of you might be moving into like this new like self-improvement phase or cycle or whatever. Some of you might gain some knowledge that kind of gives you a leg up on whatever it is that you're involved in. Whatever the case may be, you're coming into this new energy of really embodying your fire, really harnessing that Leo, you know, I am a lion, hear me roar type of energy. And I also, with this card, I get the feeling of recognition. Like, this is not a subtle change for people. Like, people actually are going to be like, hey, no, I fuck with you because you're dope. You do this, you do that. And I've seen you put the work in. So often, you know, you guys are workaholics, and you get kind of, you become kind of the understudy to the Virgos, but people kind of pass you off to be like show-offs and stuff. But this is how I feel about Leos when y'all not getting on my nerves. It ain't tricking if you got it. So if you put the work in, it makes sense to, you know, broadcast and say, hey, I did this, I'm proud of it, this is what it is. This is very much so, this power card coming up here for you, Leo, is very much so an embodiment of that. During this next month, underneath this fire energy, I feel like you guys will be in this space to where it's like everything that you've been doing, all the work that you've been putting in, the nice ways that you've been treating people, you know, all that good energy is going to come back to you in the form of good karma. And your good karma is also coupled with this status change. And it may not be, you know, like, oh, I'm a CEO now, or I got the keys to the city or whatever, but it'll definitely be like, it'll be noticeable. People will definitely start to see you for who you are and what you're capable of during this next month. And I think that's a really dope energy to be tapping into, okay? All right, the next card that you guys have coming up in your spread is in the position of what kind of obstacles or challenges might be facing you, or that you might be tapping into during this next month. And you've got the Father card coming up here. So with that card, I get like a couple of messages with it. I feel like one of them is, so the Father card resonates with the strength. So, and this is not a surprise, especially for people that exude so much energy and put in so much energy. Although you might be stepping into this new phase, this new cycle, this new status of power, you could internally be struggling with, am I good enough? Do I deserve this power? Shouldn't I have done more? Don't I need to do more? Why, literally kind of, you know, beating yourself up for what you didn't do. But understand, Leo, that you've done everything that you needed. That's why this power card is coming up for you in this particular position. I also feel like the Father card is coming in with this energy of standing your ground and really being very deliberate about the way that you do things and the way that you communicate things and the way that you make your moves. I feel like you might be challenged a little bit because when you have power, people like to challenge it. Well, people like, me. So I feel like for some of you Leos, as you come into this new energy, there may be this kind of struggle to actually maintain and step into and resonate, put out and exude the power that you so well deserve. You might be feeling, I don't know, a little detached in the physical, like, okay, this is here for me, but how do I actually become this person on the inside and the outside? So for some of you guys, I feel like there's like a little hint of kind of getting the status and then fading away. We don't want to do that, Leo. You guys are the lions. You guys, like I said, hear me roar. I talk about turning these cards into upright positions during these lunar cycles, and the Father card is a dope, popping ass energy to have as a supporting card for the Power card, right? Also, quickly want to talk about the numerology on both of these cards. I didn't even see that. The Power card is a 46. Which breaks down to 1, which is new beginning. So there is really a new cycle coming in for you and a new status, whether it is, very prominent or not, but there's going to be a shift in the way that people perceive you and the way that you perceive yourself. And you've got the Father card, which is a 5 here. And this is change and transformation. And because it came up in the opposing position, I want to say that the change might not be something that you feel like is warranted or even something that you want to deal with, but understand that change came through for you to be in this position, okay? All right. The next card that I have coming up for you, Leos, is in the position of the Aries energy. Where do you need to get shit popping? Where do you need to be putting your energy? And you've got the journey. That's interesting. That's so interesting. You've got the journey popping up there, and that is a card all about literally what it says on the card, the journey, making moves. And I feel like this is a little bit more retrospective. I don't think that this is in regards to where you need to be putting your energy. I think this is you need to put your energy into acknowledging your journey. Leo, as I was saying, you guys put in a lot of work. You're workaholics. You are coming into this energy here to where it's like, okay, you're coming into this power, but do you understand it? Do you know why you deserve it? Oh, if you don't, that's where you need to be putting your energy. Look at what you've been through. Look at the work that you've put in. Look at the products that you have put out and understand that you did that shit, Leo. And when I say you did that shit, I mean you physically did that shit and you did that shit, okay? The journey card here is just telling me that the way that you've moved, the things that you've done, the advice that you've given or taken, the projects that you've been involved in, the ways that you've touched people, all of whatever you have encountered along your journey was so necessary for both you and the other people that you came into contact with. And I'm talking about other people. You have the tribe card behind here, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. Your journey is important. Your experiences make you who you are. So this card popping up here, I think, Leo, is just a reminder to say, especially because we're under Aries energy and people kind of have this negative association with Aries on their shadow side. They say they're selfish, but underneath this lunar cycle, this is the time for you to be selfish. It's a time for you to actually, give yourself a pat on the back and understand everything that you've done, all that work that you've put in. And, also take a look over your L's and understand that, making it through and conquering your L's also is something that puts you into this place of power, into that energy. So your journey is important. Always remember that, Leo, especially when you start to feel like things are a little, pointless or like things happened and didn't need to. Just understand that your journey, everything that has happened for you was for the destination, and it was all very much so important. All right, the next and last card that you have coming up in your spread is the tribe. And this is in the position of the soul message. This tribe card popping up here, I think, just comes in with the energy of support. I strongly get this feeling of, Leo, you just feeling like you haven't done enough. You didn't do enough. And for those of you that this reading is resonating with, I really want to instill in your heads that everything that you have done was worth it, no matter how you did it, no matter what people have to say about it. Like, it was worth it. It was for everything that you need, okay? Whatever you meant to do, you have accomplished already, even if it hasn't played out in the physical yet. The tribe card coming up here, I think, has a couple of messages. One, and to say that all that work that you're questioning yourself about has touched a lot more people than you thought. The way that you move, the things that you do, the things that you say, what you've put your energy into, this has touched so many more people than you could ever know, okay? On the other hand, I think this tribe card is also coming in with an energy of just to say, like, you have the support behind you. So if you're feeling down about yourself, if you're feeling like you don't have the juice, you don't have the sauce, go squeeze the tribe, okay? Go, go to your support system. Leo, you don't have to do everything by yourself. And even if you do, you have people backing you and supporting you to be like, your cheerleaders along the way, and the people that, squeeze the water into your mouth on the marathon. So, that energy is there, that support is there, and also understand that it's there because people admire what you have done and what you do and what you're doing, okay, Leo? So just keep that in mind, all right? And that's your reading, y'all. I hope that it provided y'all with some insight. If you feel like you need a personal reading, feel free to go on and book one with me down below. Also, check out your vernal equinox tarot forecast. That's for the spring season. That's March through June. I also have those linked down below as well. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.